So apparently, Neva thinks we are super awkward when we start everything out. So we both like sour things. My mouth's already watering.
Yep.
And we're gonna start every episode now with Warhead or something sour. So today we're Alyssa got me these for Christmas.
Warhead's Extreme Sour Blue Raspberry.
Thank you, Mom and Dad Chats, for the idea of the sour, because
those are hilarious.
Those are awesome. Probably won't get that reaction out of us because we like the sour.
Yep. All right, here we go. My cheeks are already like tightening. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
I feel like
it's worse.
Yep. These are more sour than I remember.
Because they're extreme.
Oh my gosh. When you swallow it, it's very sour. I'm like starting to cry. Oh.
My jaw hurts.
Okay, I think it's gone now.
My jaw.
Wow.
Sorry for the smacking, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. I think it's a good way to start things.
This sums up our friendship.
Yeah.
So,
the small things that we enjoy together to torture ourselves and to laugh about it.
Yeah, I'm good. I need a drink, though. Also, we're trying to get sponsored by Sonic, so if anybody knows anybody at headquarters, Sonic. What's your go-to drink right now?
Coke with vanilla and sweet cream. But today I decided I wanted to change it up a little, and I did Coke Zero with vanilla, sweet cream, and cherry.
Have you tried it with lime?
Not a lime fan.
Oh. Diet Coke with cherry, vanilla, and lime and sweet cream.
I have been told before by somebody that putting lime in your Coke is like a whole new game. And I didn't believe them. They had those little lime like a salt pouch that you could just put in the can, and I was like, you crazy.
It's so good. I love my Coke with the lime. I know Kelsey does too. Also, not planned sweatshirts today.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Whatever. But mine is Sprite Zero with peach and sweet cream.
Not a big peach fan.
But you can add any of the flavors to it. It's really good.
I think I got peach Bellini'd out whenever we were like early 20s. And
yeah.
Neva was all about the Smirnoffs and stuff. I feel like you both were like very peach.
I still am.
You still, yeah.
I like peach.
So how did we meet?
Freshman year of high school. Theater. We got some interesting pictures. We can share those.
Oh yeah. Always hung out in the costume area. Organizing, disorganizing.
Sorry, Matt. I think I just went from there.
So like I was trying to think about it because I was like, what started us to we get to the point where we consistently talked and hung out? And I was like,
well, it was the girl you were dating.
Yep.
I had known her since I was like 5 or 6. So
started working we were hanging out because of theater, and we'd go to your mom's, and all
play
of
Just
us
Dance.
Would hang out on the couch, and the guys would get up and shake their booties to Just Dance. And it was fun, and we did microwavable s'mores.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the first time I ever microwaved a s'more was at your mom's house.
Yeah.
And I was like,
because we wanted a s'more so bad. And then we didn't have any firewood or anything.
Yep.
So it just, yeah.
Started working at Sandy's. And
you didn't last very long there.
It was almost a year. I ended up walking out mid-shift on a Monday because I was switched from one thing to another, and I was not in a good headspace, and I didn't talk about it at that point. I just was like, I'm done. Oh, to be young.
Yeah, just to not have to worry about a job.
Yeah.
Or bills.
Yeah. I think the only bill I had at that point was my phone bill.
Mine was my car payment and gas.
Yeah. That's one thing that, like, looking back on stuff, I'm like, how did I survive?
Right?
Like, $20 a week in gas, that doesn't get you anywhere.
Oh, no, I was filling up that Nova. $80 a week. My $120 paycheck, 80 of it went to gas.
Well, you could cruise around for a whole 14 miles.
Yep. I did not drive if I didn't have to.
But I was thinking, like, to the point of where, like, we started texting more consistently and stuff, I had to think about it. And I was like, well, I think it was, we'd text every now and then, whatever. We had a good friendship. We'd hang out. But it was more so, I think, whenever I moved to Indianapolis. And then it was like, oh my gosh, we don't see each other anymore.
We don't get to see her every day.
So then we'd text every day, talk every day, Snapchat, everything.
Well, and then it helped that we were both on night shift. So then we had each other to talk to throughout the night.
Yep. And that led us to engagements and unengagements and
engagements again. Babies and moving a few times.
Okay, so let's see. Let's just see if we can chalk it up. In our friendship of adulthood, how many times collectively have we moved?
I moved from Princeton to Fort Branch to Evansville, Evansville to the camper, the camper to Evansville, Evansville to Hopstot, Hopstot to Evansville.
Sounds like you need to be in Evansville.
Yeah. Newburgh. I've moved 6 times in the last 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm 29, so yeah.
So mine would have been Indianapolis, my first apartment. Okay. Well,
no.
So college.
Yeah.
Then first apartment, then second apartment. And we bought our first house. And then we moved down here to home. So we're pretty equal.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, even when we were in high school, though, we were still 15 minutes apart. Now we live the closest that we do. We're like 7 minutes.
Yeah. I didn't like it when you were in Gibson County again.
Yeah.
It just felt forever away.
Even though it wasn't, it took me 25 minutes.
Yeah. Which is what it takes to get here.
Yeah.
So it's not far at all.
No.
But it just, I don't know. Something about it. It's like, oh, I want to hang out with Lucy. Oh,
she's so far away.
25-minute drive. Now it's like, let's hang out. Okay, be there at 5.
Yeah. 15 years of friendship.
It blows my mind. Also, it doesn't. Like, I don't know. Like, it's come so easily, too.
And
so
it's flown by.
Yeah. I think that's one thing about our friendship and our dynamic that I love is that we can just, you've always been a straight shooter. Period, plain and simple, full stop. I, on the other hand, have been more of the, whatever you want to do. And I still do that, but not as much. I think you're starting to influence me more because as I age, I get smarter as far as like people pleasing.
I just want you to make a freaking decision. I will say I don't care. Like where we go eat, I don't care. I'll find something to eat. I don't care. I'm not picky. You're not picky.
Try not to be, yeah.
Neva's picky.
Very.
So we please Neva. Remember that.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if it's just us two, I'm like, where do you want to go eat? Oh no. No, you do know. You just don't want to tell me where you want to go eat. So just freaking tell me where you want to go eat. Because I truly don't care. But
I think last time we went out,
I mean, our go-to
said Mexican, and then the day of, I still was like, "What do you want to do? Like, where do you want to go?"
An hour before. No, we're going to go eat Mexican. Well, we ended up ordering Mexican and then going to Marriott and hanging out. Second language has been our big hitter lately too.
All of the seasonal stuff that they're coming out with has been really great. The The XO ramen.
They made it permanent on the menu.
I'm so excited. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're opening a place in Newburgh. That's going to be something brand new there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Mexican based, is what the
Latin cuisine.
Yeah. Aaron was right.
Yeah.
Didn't admit that. What a wild ride.
Yeah. I'm trying to because everything has been so like full picture. We've been through it all, but then
Yeah.
when you focus in on it, it's like everything kind of blurs together at the same time.
Because I don't have like a specific. We could talk about our nights and Indy like going out and Neva making us dance.
Yep. Howl at the moon. Always
with her
had to get
buckets
on the dance floor.
I don't like dancing, everybody, just so you know. Really hate dancing.
I'm 50-50. You get enough liquor in me and I don't care.
Oh, I care. I don't like.
Now that I'm not drinking, our company Christmas party, I got on the dance floor willingly, and it just wasn't quite as fun for me.
See, now you know how I feel. And everybody kept trying to drag me out there. Like, nope. I just, no.
Smile through it.
What kind of goals do you have for 2024? Not resolutions. We don't do resolutions. We do goals.
To continue to enjoy everything as much as possible. Really doing a lot of inward looking this year has shown me that I need to continue to do that and focus on worry less about what I look like in other people's eyes.
Yes.
And worry less about how I feel a certain way as far as like my looks or my weight or like any of that goes, because my life, like that's one thing that's really hard, is like my life is completely different than it has been for a workout schedule or my job or anything else. Like there was a while there, especially when I worked at UIndy, like I had access on my breaks and stuff to go to the gym and work out.
Yeah.
And I'd be working out there constantly, being on night shift. I'd wake up in the middle of the day. People were at work or at school still, so I'd work out then. And I wasn't eating much, and I was living on coffee. Super not healthy, by the way. But like now I'm like, I sleep at night. I wake up super early in the morning. I've got 2 kids. I've got a wife. And so like I'm really down on myself for not being in a great routine. But then I've got to remember like life is just so different.
Yeah. I mean, routine for them, yes. But when they're down for naps or whatever, that you have to do what you can.
And that's the hard thing to decide too, is what do I do during that little window? Do I enjoy time and quiet to myself? Do I work out? Do I do work? Do I clean the house? And I'm just
start dinner, whatever. Yeah.
What about you? Because your life's completely different too.
Yeah. My routine is awful because working, getting up at 4:15 and then working any time from 3:15 to 5:15 every day. Having a dog at home, I feel bad leaving her in the kennel all day and then getting home just to change clothes, just to turn around and go to the gym. So I don't know. I'm gonna try this year. So the way our overtime schedule works is that we know what days a week that we work overtime, because we just rotate overtime. So the days that I work overtime, then that'll be like my rest day. And then the days that I get off at 3:15, I don't have anything like an appointment or anything after work, then I'll go home, let her play, eat, whatever, and then go to the gym at like 5:30 or 6. So then hopefully the after work people are gone, but then it's enough of a window that my pre-workout doesn't keep me up all night. Pre-workout is my downfall. Caffeine.
I've never been a pre-workout person.
God, it's addiction. It's an addiction. I love it.
I've always just
gets me
coffee.
Just ready to go. And then I overlift and I'm sore for a week. But it's fine. Whatever. But like this week was hard. Getting up at 3:15, 3:30, being at work by 5:30, And I got off at 1:30, but still, even then, there was a couple days that we stayed until 3. And then I had stuff to do, people in town, it's the holidays, everybody wants to do something.
Yep.
But I don't know, it wasn't too bad. And then I go to nights next week.
Yep.
So.
I was say then now you're gonna have a completely different routine again.
At least on nights I do a little better because I can go home. I go home, I go to bed, and then I get up at like 2, 1:15, 2 o'clock, and then I go to the gym, whatever, because the dog she's so used to sleeping throughout the day that it's not that bad. And then her wake window, just widens a little more because I'm up.
Yep.
So then by the time she gets put in the kennel at 7:15 or 6:15, whatever, she should be wore out, but we'll see. I don't know, I got a lot of travel goals for this year.
My goal, though, is we have vacation planned for June this year, but my goal is to keep it like a yearly, we take a vacation every year. That would be ideal. Because growing up, I never took vacations or anything.
See,
like
we
had
did.
Like 3, maybe?
We did, but we always went somewhere different. But that was also when we got older. After Mom and Dad split, Dad would take us somewhere the week of 4th of July because he always took off that week. And he always took us that week. And we always went somewhere different, somewhere historic or something like that. And I enjoyed that. One year we went to New Orleans. We went to Gulf Shores first, and then we went to New Orleans for 4th of July. So we watched the fireworks over because they've got twin bridges. I don't know I don't think it's not called the Twin Bridges like what Henderson, but they've got 2 bridges about a mile apart from each other on the river, and then they have 2 different fireworks shows going, but they're synchronized, so it's the same show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's super neat. Highly recommend to go down there for 4th of July. But we never went east or west. We always stayed
right in this region.
That and south.
Yep. I think that's something
like Tennessee. We always went to Gatlinburg too.
Yeah. That was one of our vacations. We stayed in a cabin, and I was traumatized because our van didn't make it up the hill, and like we all piled out of the van and ran up the rest of the hill so that Mark, thank God, could pull the van the rest of the way up. And then getting back from that trip, we had found a scorpion, dead, but a scorpion in the back with all of our luggage and stuff.
In Tennessee?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yep. I think that's something that has helped our friendship too, is that we grew up very similar and very different all at the same time. That we have the same structure and idea of certain things, but also opposite spectrum. Like it just
somebody made that comment to me the other day after watching our holiday traditions. Somebody at work, I don't remember who it was, but they were like, you can tell you guys get along so well because the way you guys were raised. They're like, you guys both come from divorced families and you guys both have the same outlooks on things and stuff like that, but you both are very different, that you both can hit a wide range of everything. I can get a different audience than what you could. And that's what he made that comment. He was like, well, it's neat because you guys can hit such a broad spectrum on everything.
It's pretty cool. And like, even if we disagree on something, we still...
Like mental health. Go see a therapist.
We can still... we can still come to term with your view, my view.
And then we usually meet in the middle. We're usually pretty good about that.
I think it's been pretty great too, though, that like... No, I just forgot what I was going to say. It just right out the window.
Can't read your mind on that one. Read your mind on shirts today, though. So.
Yeah.
Literally. Freaking get in the... walk out. She picks me up. Walk out, and I go, do we really have the same freaking shirt on? We do.
What would you say has been the hardest part of our relationship?
You living far away. It's only 2.5 hours, but
makes a difference though.
Makes a difference when we're both, I mean, at one point I was a full-time student working 2 jobs and all of that, and then transitioning into a full-time job and everything.
Very different dynamics as far as the friendships that we had in Indy and the friendships that you had down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that we hung out with, like, I never knew who your friends were, you never knew who my friends were, because I think that group has meshed together pretty well at times and stuff. But, like, it's just being an hour ahead makes enough of a difference at times too when trying to have conversations and stuff that it was. I think I'd have to agree that that was kind of the big struggle point.
Yeah.
Especially trying to find time when then we would come down and we'd want to hang out, but we'd have everybody to see, and then trying to find time for you to come up and hang out with us, and finding the time where it's not you have everything going on here at home as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even like when I did, I'd go to day shift for a few months at a time, and then you were on nights, and then we didn't really like get to talk because you were asleep or I was asleep or I was at work and everything else.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is your favorite part of our friendship? Like our eras, I guess.
Oh. I don't know. I've liked every stage that we've had together.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to
because I don't know. I liked being able, like, us being able to go do stuff, and then now I like taking your boys to go do stuff and being called Aunt Sushi, and I don't know. I like it. I've enjoyed all of it.
Yep. I think my favorite would have to be not even a period of time as much as it is the period of changes that we've had.
Yeah.
Because it's been such a seamless transition between everything that we've gone through individually and as friends that has just gotten us to where we are now. I'm just like looking back and seeing the transition periods, we didn't even notice it was happening.
Hesitate.
Like it just
we went with it.
Yeah.
Like you guys getting pregnant with Kylo and it's just okay, cool.
I actually switched out my wallet for a new one the other day, and I have a note that has transitioned with me from a couple of wallets from 2019 to now that I wrote while I was at work one night, and it was after we tried the first time to get Neva pregnant, and it was just, hey, baby Latrell, if you're in there, I already love you unconditionally, and I'm absolutely terrified of what's to come, but ready for it. And I was reading it, and everything's fine. It was great. And then I get down to the bottom, and I was just like,
tears.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that we can just freaking laugh at each other. Fun fact: we've been setting up. Alyssa has this tripod.
No.
Yes. She's had it for almost a year. She's had it backwards the entire time. Last week, we're trying to record, and we're like, we can't see the phone screen. Why can't we see the phone screen? Today, I had an epiphany. A freaking light bulb went off. She had it on backwards. And then we couldn't figure out why it wouldn't tilt forward.
The whole thing?
The whole thing was backwards.
Shows how much I record at length.
Yeah, so we went and got awkward family photos done, as you guys saw in our sneak preview. 15 minutes. So I recorded the whole thing, and I'll probably end up putting it on there because it's pretty freaking funny. I set it up and just recorded us. It was 15 minutes. That's all it took us. Absolutely hilarious. We had the photographer giggling at us because we were giggling so much. And then she went to look at the pictures, and I could hear her giggling in there. But we were in there, we were in the waiting area watching the video of us getting pictures taken, hysterically laughing. Like we both had headaches by the time we left because it was so funny. But I highly recommend. Like Absolutely. We actually went to JCPenney's. Highly, highly recommend going and doing that. Like so much fun.
You started it. Even had a Pinterest board
Mm-hmm.
that you started and then invited me on. We had a few poses on there, and I think that in itself is a great step to take because it just gets you excited.
Yeah.
It obviously gives you ideas, but it just makes it that much more fun and interactive. Too.
Yeah. Well, and then the lady was like, "Well, do you guys have poses that you want to use?" And we're like, "Hey, yeah, we have a Pinterest board because they're not there to do awkward family photos. They, that was so much fun.
To the point of us being able to laugh at ourselves and be goofy and everything. I think that is something that I love as well, as far as we were literally sitting there in the waiting room laughing on ourselves together.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's one-sided where it's like, oh, you can laugh at me and I can't laugh at you.
Well, and we can pick on each other.
Yeah.
We can pick on each other and know that it's not deep.
Yep.
And that it's just us being each other, like being that way.
Like even in texts.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like, oh, wait a minute. Let me double check here.
Let me reiterate. Then the voice messages come out, and then you're like, "See, I promise, I'm okay.
Yep,
I'm not mad." Happened a few times.
A couple times, yeah. I think this is the hardest and easiest relationship that I've ever had. Any friendship that I've ever curated has seemed to. So there's just something there with most people that there's an eventual clash that happens. Yeah. I feel like, and it's not even that you just lose that friend altogether, but your friendship changes.
Yeah.
And I feel
makes it weird.
Yeah, and I feel like ours just really hasn't.
Well, and that's what my mom has said. She's like, you keep saying that you want to find your person and your person is out there. She's like, Alyssa is your person. She's like, that's plain and simple. She's like, Alyssa is your person. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. You and Kayla are about the only two that fully grasp my brain some days. What are you guys doing for New Year's?
We're having another couple over, and they're gonna bring their daughter, and we're gonna snack, and that's about it. Actually, I plan to go home, and we're gonna blow up some balloons and put them in a trash bag. And I was told that there is a ball drop on Netflix, so we're gonna do like a New Year's for the kids. Like, even though Bellamy doesn't really like get it, but Kyla was like, it's fun. Just get the trash bag out and dump the balloons on them.
That'd be cute. He'll like that.
What about you? What are your plans?
Me and Kayla are leaving for Lexington this afternoon. We're gonna go to the Tyler Childers concert. That starts at 9:00. It's past my bedtime, but it'll be fun. I think they did it so late because they wanted to be at like closer to midnight. So we're gonna do that and hang out. We'll go get food or whatever beforehand. Maybe take a little nap.
Sounds great. That was on Neva's to-do list today.
Yeah, take a nap. Go check into the hotel, take a nap, lay around, get ready, go to dinner, then go to the concert. Yep.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Love Tyler Childers. I'm ready for all the concerts I got this year.
How many do you have? 2
right now. Unless Miley Cyrus goes on tour, then I'll go see her. And NSYNC. And I don't know. I've already bought Morgan Wallen tickets for May. Not tickets. I bought one single ticket for me to go. And then I bought a Zach Bryan ticket in June.
What has been your most memorable singular moment of our friendship?
I don't know. We just have so much. I don't know, probably LA was fun. New York was fun.
I feel like we need a redo of New York.
Oh yeah, you need to get out of the freaking hotel.
She was 9 months pregnant. We watched the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
And then she about died.
Bless her heart.
The waddle was real.
Bless her little heart. We had fun at that though.
I didn't really like New York. It was too many people for me. Like, it was, the hustle bustle's not for me.
I love New York.
But
we'll go back at Christmas.
See, that's the whole people thing. I would love to see it at Christmas, but then, like, I've heard that it's absolutely
I don't care.
Insane. But I would like to go back and see Wicked on
Oh
Broadway.
yeah.
Like Hamilton, great. But yeah, I would love to see Wicked on Broadway. That would be. So I think my most singular moment isn't really a most singular moment as much as it is a singular like, which would be just theater overall. I think the fact that meeting in theater class and having all of that after school activity stuff together and everything and enjoying shows and still going to see them and stuff, I think that is something that I really like about our friendship. That is like one of my favorite things.
I want to go to Fox Theater this year.
Fun fact, I think it was a cover photo for one of our short videos that we posted on Instagram where I am sticking my tongue out, almost licking your face.
Yeah,
that was taken at Fox Theater.
It was taken at the mall that we went to before.
Was it really? Oh man.
Yep.
Well, we went to Fox Theater.
We went to Fox. What did we see? 9 to 5?
Yes. Yep.
What else did we see? Did you go to the dinner in Indy with us?
Yes, Beef and Boards. We went to.
We saw
Legally Blonde. Yep. That was
your senior year because we did Legally Blonde that year.
Yep. That was my first.
What did we do junior?
Flirtation with Neva.
What did we do junior year? Or my junior year? Yeah, your junior year.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I wouldn't have been in ITS, so I wouldn't have went my freshman year. So
I really don't know. I feel like we might have skipped and picked up.
Because we did Young Playwrights.
Yep.
So we started Young Playwrights.
That started my sophomore year, freshman year, I think. Is that right? So if that was my sophomore year, freshman year, that means we did.
Well, then we did.
That was our first year in the new auditorium.
I never was in the old auditorium. I was in the old auditorium for middle school because I did Willy Wonka my 7th grade year.
That would have been vaudeville was Under the Sea
freshman year.
Then was that Footloose? No.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Yep, because that was
Beauty and the Beast, Footloose, Legally Blonde, and then I did Phantom of the Opera.
I came back for Phantom. Yep. I thought it was a big shot because I was going to school for technical theater and then I got asked back to do stage management and I was like, oh. And then I followed the girl to Indianapolis and quit school and that was that.
I think my favorite show that I've seen though, probably Lion King.
I've not seen Lion
King. I've seen Lion King and Cats. I saw Cats when I was like 2nd or 3rd grade. My mom took me to see it when it was down here. That was really good because throughout the whole intermission, one of the cats sits on stage and acts like a statue the entire time. Like they don't move. And if they do, then they have to like lick their paw or, act like a cat.
That's impressive.
It's crazy. Cats was really good too. I saw Legally Blonde at Beef and Board and I saw it when they came to Evansville. Julie took us to go see that. And then Hamilton and
I think
9 to 5. I think 9 to 5 was really good.
It's really good. I think my top 2 is going to be Hamilton and Wicked, which I saw Wicked. That was in Indianapolis, the Old National. That was a crazy year. That was the year that we got married. So it was like we were.
You had a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
We were home like 13 weeks in a row leading up to the wedding, driving back and forth from Indy. And it was Neva graduated with her doctorate one weekend. Then the following weekend, we got married.
Well, we had your bachelorette party. We had your showers. We had,
that whole year or 2 time span was like when everybody was having weddings and stuff. And so we were there was Maddie and Eli's wedding that we were in. There was our wedding. There was Haley's wedding. There was a lot going on.
That's us. Life with Luce and Liz. We hope that everybody has a happy new year. Everybody's safe. In the comments below, let us know what your your goals, your resolutions, what your plans are, what you want to hear from us. We've got a few things. We're going to talk about icks and skinwalkers and ghosts and
All of it.
all of it. We got it. If you guys want to hear our opinion on something, or cheers.